All right, welcome in everybody as we get started for today's Match Day -2 press conference. We're going to start by letting Coach make a quick statement, and then we will open it up to questions. If you have a question, just use the raise your hand feature, and we will get you called on. So without further ado, Coach, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Obviously, an exciting opportunity at the weekend coming up against Utah. We're excited to hopefully build some rhythm and momentum. Obviously, we're really pleased with the performance and the result against San Diego, and we know Utah are in good form at the moment. But it's an opportunity for us to also keep building off the previous weekend.
All right, thanks, Coach. First hand up was Paula. Paula, go ahead.
Paula Maruri, Tentena in San Francisco, California. Good afternoon, Emma.
Hiya.
How is the level of confidence after last weekend's victory with San Diego? Thank you.
Yeah, I think the level of confidence is really high at the moment. I think we know what our level is, and I think we know that when we're at our best, we can go toe-to-toe with any team in this league. And the challenge for us as a team that's sort of growing a new identity and style of football is consistency, and that'll be the challenge at the weekend is now can we start building that rhythm and that consistency, but confidence is certainly high.
Now you guys are going to be facing Utah Royals, a very competitive team. How important would be the attention to details? Thank you.
Yeah, the attention to detail is always what separates clarity for players, and I think so far we've been building that really well with the players. The players know the task, they know their role, and now it's around executing that consistently. We know Utah have come off the back of some good results. We've watched all their games. We know their areas that they're going to try and threaten us. We also know the areas that we can really hurt them and go after, and that's some of the things that we worked on in training today.
Yeah, you just mentioned Utah Royals FC is coming from 2 victories. Angel City in Houston. How important would be to neutralize early, control, and set the tone early? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that separates the NWSL is how competitive the league is, and some of the every game's competitive, and we know they're coming off the back of some good results. But we, like any game, we want to have a fast start. We want to control sort of like the momentum and the flow of the game, and we want to finish really strong. And I thought that's what we did really well against San Diego. And for us, the focus is on what we do well, and how we carry that forward.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paula. Up next, Marco.
Hi, I'm Marco College, Warrior Sports Rock. Utah's coming. They're just a hot team right now. 5 in a row. They're second in the conference or in the league. Excuse me. What kind of a style of attack do you are going to try to either high press them, or you going to maybe work on trying to limit their pressing when they come and try to attack you guys this weekend?
Yeah, I look at Utah. They're a well organised team. I think they're quite structured in some of the things that they do. I think they're expansive in some of their structures. So for us, it's around how do we control the game in the areas that we want to get pressure on the ball, and sort of hurt them on the transitional moments, as well as being able to dominate the ball and do what we do best as well. So absolutely, there's some areas that we want to set up, and how do we disrupt their flow, as well as protect some of the areas of the pitch that we want to protect. And as I say, that's all the work that we've been doing this week.
You guys to that success early on in that San Diego match. With Rachel starting for you guys, is that going to be a kind of the same lineup we see on Saturday or Sunday as opposed to what we saw on San Diego last week?
Yeah, I mean, we're still on -2. We've still got a couple of sessions left. We always have those conversations around who's performing, what type of player and profile player fits the game plan. I thought what Rudy did excellently against San Diego. She was a real threat on their last line. She offered us the speed and power to get on beyond. I thought I've said it before. Finish that she took, I thought was really intelligent. She offered something on our press as well. So absolutely, those conversations are happening around who's going to be the best 11 that's going to execute the game plan and give Utah some problems.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marco. Dino, we saw your hand up. Dino?
Thanks, Coach. Dino DeCespedes into the channel. Utah, a team that scored, pretty prolifically this season. What is it that you're going to want to see early from your defense, let's say first 10, 15 minutes of the match, that'll signal to you that you guys are on the right track?
Yeah, I think first off, they're coming off the back of a 3-game week. That's tough. We know that they're a really high pressing team. They know that they're quite aggressive in the areas that they want to press. So how we control the ball in those moments and take the sting out of the game. We also have to remember we're not coming off the back of a 3-game week. We're the home team, and we want to use that to our advantage. And I think being able to use the ball, hopefully put high cost on them from a physical point of view is going to be important. We want to challenge them from giving them lots of problems to solve in the game, and that's something that I think we're starting to really add to some of our in possession play. And I think if we can do those things, I think it's a sign that we're doing well. And we know because of their press, their threat on transition can be high, and I think controlling those moments again is going to be important, and particularly off the back of, they've had some good results, and I'm sure they're feeling confident. But as are we, and I think it's just going to be a good game for people to attend.
And then talking about results, obviously, good performance, big time result last weekend for your squad. What have you been able to take, or what has the club been able to take into this week, momentum-wise, or what's been the biggest thing that's been something that you've been able to carry into this week?
Yeah, I think you just said it, sort of momentum and confidence. That's the biggest one, and one of the things that I want to see from us as a team is just be a little bit more consistent. I think across the games that we've played, we've had moments in games where we've been outstanding, and moments in games where we've just not quite been at our level. We've maybe not been aggressive enough without the ball, or clean enough on the ball and tight enough under pressure. And I think if we can start developing that consistency, and I think the San Diego game in particular, I thought we were really resilient, really organised, really disciplined within the roles that we gave the players. And I think if we can carry that over, as well as try and dominate the ball a little bit more, that I think, as I say, we can go toe to toe with anyone in this league. And the confidence that we got from that game, I think, is going to be huge. And now it's around consistency, keep levelling up. We know what our level is, and can we maintain that and just keep getting better as each game comes by.
And then last one, any quick update on Alex Pfeiffer, her health?
Yeah, she's in a good place. She's obviously doing just on a return to play process right now. Thankfully, it wasn't as serious as what we thought. But obviously we've got her and a couple of the players that we're just making sure that we manage them appropriately back into the squad, and they're in good hands.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dino. Any other questions for Coach? Great. We'll let her go, and we'll come back with Dorian Bailey. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, guys.